Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Letting Your Sun Shine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. And so I haven't made videos for the last 2 days, and it's not because I haven't made videos, it's because I've been getting mad downloads from Spirit in the main form that I get them. And I'm trying something new here with healing journeys. And so I don't know how quite to execute it yet. So I did make the videos, but I'm just not happy with them. But I am so looking forward to releasing them when I can fine tune them. But, as I mentioned, I've been getting such downloads that I felt like we still needed to come in and pull some cards and whatnot. And so yeah, we didn't follow the normal routine this week only because Spirit is sending the downloads differently. So we gotta honor how they come. And so, we got cards here. I just haven't, that's previous stuff. So first, we got a woodpecker eating some crab apples off the tree. And it looks like Woody Woodpecker. He's got the red and everything. I've been seeing them a lot lately, but cool. I love having like a tree this close to my window. I get distracted a lot. Anyways, I don't know about you, but I've been picking up on this feeling that life is going to change so drastically in the next couple months. And that kind of makes sense because when we go through the zodiac, right? Like Aries is the first sign of the zodiac and Pisces is the last sign. And so we're now at the last phase of that cycle. And I feel like just so much is going to change, that everything, even this last year especially, the message has been release, let go, simplify, just reduce. It's not really a time of, extravagant. Planning was kind of hard. And it's not because of the past years and things that happened globally that I'm picking up. I'm just picking up on a spiritual cycle that it's a completion, a closing. And then everyone that I go and talk to, because I really love learning about cycles, but they seem to be going through the same thing. And so I know for myself, coming in a couple months, like, I got choices to make. I've got huge choices to make. And I don't know what I want yet. And so this is that time of fine-tuning what you want, because you literally can have whatever you want if you do the work now. And normally every cycle in the spring and in the fall harvest and things, like, you always have your abundance. Like it's a cycle. It's going to happen every year. But I feel like this year is something that is, just a second, what are we? Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so I made a playlist. I have all these songs and things written on it. And in it, it was a healing playlist for the divine feminine. And I just, I can't, they're playing me so much messages that, like, I'm not even feeling drawn to pull these cards right now. I need to talk about this message. And for the divine feminine to know that right now is that time of, you're still healing. You're still in that nurturing phase, but I feel like you've been done dirty. And now is that time of you've already stepped into your power. It's not even that. Now is that time of the next cycle after you've cracked, been broken, and the healing, you've done the healing. And now is that it's, do I have anything I can use as an example? They're showing, okay, maybe this card. The circle. It's like literally almost all of it. Hey, it's a sunshine. It's almost like a completed circle. And then in it, it's just kind of like, you see how there's these, like, it's more of like a astigmatism eye, a football eye. Yeah. I'm seeing it's just like literally just rounding out a couple things, smoothing out. That's what it is, sanding. We're gonna sand away some edges that don't work for us anymore, and create that complete circle. And so let's pull some cards, because I feel this message so strong for the Divine Feminine, especially in these next couple months, that it's time for you to kind of let a little bit of that guard down. Past things have hurt you, and I feel, oh, we got a twofer here. It feels like it's 2 cards. Is it 2 cards? It's gotta be. It's 2. Okay. And yeah, I'm trying to have this playlist, because this playlist, like, as I listened to it and I was like, is this meant for me? And they were like, yes, but no, it's meant for everyone, and it's a new project. So I can't wait to find more time, because I feel like I do wake up in the day until I go to bed at night. I'm go between work and home and all that. So universe, I'm manifesting more time, more love, and yeah. Okay, we're just gonna do 2 more cards and then we'll get the message out, because we haven't even started to get into that. All right, so right off the get-go, we've got we've got all the Divine Feminine cards. We've got the Divine Feminine deck, we've got Kuan Yin, because really I was just feeling feminine energy. And you know, they're not soft when it comes to feminine. Everyone thinks feminine you can like manipulate, or they're just like, oh, thank you. And it's like, no. Sometimes they're badass and they're powerful and they're assertive and they're like, oh, as I look down, this is the card. It says Mother Fierce. And so, I haven't actually looked at the cards, but as I was speaking, I said it. And so, yeah, that's the message coming off first, is like, there's so many multiple aspects, and there is that loving part of you. And then there's that part that needs to be authoritative and, you know, lay down the rules, right? Because rules are important for everyone getting along or knowing how to act around you. And so what I'm picking up on this card, especially with all the multiple, I'm picking up multiple lives within you, where maybe you have been all these other people and, you know, have ranges of emotion. And so it's really saying, like, you tap into what you need when you need. And, you know, don't let someone soften you, right? Because you are hard. You're hardcore. The sun's coming up. That's why I like to do videos at nighttime. Although it's lighting your sunshine. And so this one is, oh, shush. Okay. So this is so tied to the healing playlist I'm going to do. I just don't know how I'm going to do it, but the message is just coming through. So I got to get it out so a new message could come. But it says Call of the Dancing Crane. And as it went, the message in this, it all talked about the storm, that the Divine Feminine is the storm, right? Everyone thinks that she's this like loving, soft, whatever, but it's like, no, she's Mother Fierce, right? Everybody knows that the moms run the house, and you can go with it or you can follow your own intuition. But who's giving the directions? You know what I'm saying? Are they coming from a place of balance and value? And so there's a lot of feminines who have just given up and been, you know, given away their power, right? And so now that they've got this power, I feel like it's a little bit misused. And anger, that's what came up a lot into the beginning of the playlist, right? Because they did get dirty. They did get gotten dirty. And as they have that realization of the backstabbing and the betrayal, and the lack of apology that even came from it, or the sincerity of that person's actions, right? They just thought, oh, we can just pretend that nothing ever happened, and just next time I see you, oh, hey, how are you? And the Divine Feminine's like, no, so there's this anger, like, yeah, that's what I picked up. And then it's that healing through the anger. It's learning to turn that anger into purpose, into passion. And so, what do we got here? Okay, we got 2 of Swords, and then we got 7 of Swords, and then 9 of Wands. And so this has actually caused, I seen a choice, a conflict between 2 people, actually kind of like, I do see you getting like stabbed in the back or in the heart or something that affected the heart, and that heart ended up shattering, right? Your first broken heart. That's what we're going to. And it did. I'm seeing just like the energy kind of split into different times, dimensions, you know, it just was a fractal moment for you. And so Divine Feminine, it's all about like resting in this place and balancing those energies and that anger, and finding out what is the anger really trying to tell you, and going into like the portal and like fine tuning, and you know, giving the love to the self that was hurt in that time, protecting and surrounding that self, but then also bringing that healed optimism, inner child kind of forward, if that makes sense. For some that will make sense, for some of that it will just sound like jargon, I guess. That's what they're telling me. I'm like, okay. But if you don't know, maybe it's a path to go discover, right? Especially when soul fragment moments happen. You are a complete person, but on an energetic level, there's just moments that kind of come and fracture us, right? It's a shock, it's a break, it's a healing mechanism in that moment. And so it's going back into that moment and like loving that moment, encompassing that moment, and integrating it back to yourself in a loving way, not an angry way, right? And it's really that balancing of anger and compassion, anger and passion. They keep telling me anger and passion. That's the balance between how are you going to turn your anger into passion? What are you passionate about? Who can you give your love to? And that's all I keep getting is just to love fiercely, right? Continue to just love. I feel like things have tried to make it so that your heart is closed and that you don't trust people, but it's okay. It's okay, because this passion now from the anger has created these boundaries, right? Nothing can pull you out of it. Hello, Koopy-Doo. Do you want to hop up? Come on. All right. Hello. Are you going to say hello to everyone? Oh, thanks for joining. You go sit there. That's your chair. Okay. Hello. Okay. And so the last 2 cards, we'll wrap this up soon, is the Divine Feminine, and I got 2 names of people that I've never read or met before, so let's see what these energies are. It's Sara Devi, the Divine Mother, right? So here we have Mother Fierce, we have the Divine Mother, and then it says, unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Ooh, I said we're going to wrap it up, but that's like a whole video lesson on itself, judgment. And that's been a huge lesson that I've been working through this year, right? Not to judge, right? Just let spirit control things. Let the universe, take care of it how they see fit. I can't tell what kind of karma should come to you, because I don't know what actions have happened to the people that did you dirty, right? So you can't wish that upon them. But you can give all that to the universe and say, I know you know what's best, and you can send this energy back to the source is how you see fit. And I find that that's the best way to clear and stay open, because you're not judging, you're not condemning, right? When you point, you heard that, 3 fingers pointing back at you. And so anything that you wish on someone, like, oh, I hope they, it's going to happen to you. It is. You can't have ill will towards someone else and wish awful things in their lives and relationships and career, whatever, be jealous and envious and not have it affect you. First off, physically in your body, right? When you hold those feelings, your physical levels change, right? You're sending off chemicals and balances, but over the long run, right? It's creating a healthy mind, right? Mental health and stuff like that. And so the last of it, Divine Feminine, is Inna, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. And what I like about this is, like, it's not gonna focus. When I see this, she kind of gives me like badass vibes, and I like her because she knows what she can do and she knows what she can't do, and she knows, like, these are my buttons, and you know, you're here and you're pushing them, and you know, volcano is going to activate because of the storm energy. Because I kept getting dancing and thunder and dancing through the rain and all these things. And so from her, it's like, I have nothing to hide. It's like, I speak my truth. If you have questions, like, ask, right? There's nothing to wonder or shove under the carpet. I feel like she's just an open book, because she did do wrong. She did find forgiveness in that and her actions, right? Because she acted out of, it was reaction rather than creation. And a lot of times when we react, it's because we're hurt and we don't know how to deal. And those emotions are so intense that it's just a healing mechanism. And so Divine Feminine, that's what we're coming through, is I feel like you've gone through such an awful whatever, and now I gotta get this healing playlist up for you. It's like 7 songs, which is why I was like, whoa, because I forget which card I added up. I'm like, what numbers we all got here? Oh yeah, I added up these and it all came to 7. So in the playlist, I got 7 songs. And, you know, I looked up, like, I know numerology, but for some reason I felt drawn to use, to Google it. I was told I was supposed to Google the spiritual meaning of 7. And we got a lot of, like, completion, you know, those kind of things. And so myself, I'm a little bit of, I try to control things sometimes, because I'm like, well, no, we need 10 songs, Spirit, because they only gave me 7. And I'm like, but we need 10, because in numerology, 10 is completion. But 7, I guess they took it in biblical meaning, and right on the 7th day they rested. And I was like, all right, so this is a 7-day healing of the Divine Feminine. And so when I added up these numbers, it came to 7, and you know, so it was just a beautiful message, and I feel even more inspired to try and get this new, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I gotta figure out copyright laws, if I can play things and talk over it, or I don't know. So maybe if you know that kind of stuff and you have some advice, maybe you could reach out and let me know. Somehow I want to incorporate the songs, but I don't know how to yet. And so that's my video for the Divine Feminine. Spirit is just really saying, hang on in there, right? It's balancing that anger and that you are fierce. You did go through something. You did get hurt, and it's turning that anger into, and oh, now they're showing me you working it through your body and transmuting it into other things that are happier and lighter, and right, going back into that moment, that fractal, healing yourself, sending love and protection to that moment, so when it does come, it doesn't affect you as much, because time is irrelevant, right? Like I go back to myself in the past all the time and I send stuff to my future self all the time and past lives and whatever. Like it literally is like this. This is time. And so, yeah, stay in that unconditional love, right? Accept the good, accept the bad within you. Don't try to hide something. Don't pretend you're something that you're not. And you're so close to the end of the healing journey of this, whatever this last cycle has been. And so I'm thinking this is a 7-year cycle. And so keep going. I feel like this spring, this summer is like the abundance that's even more than the normal yearly cycles, right? So just keep doing the inner work, keep doing the healing, and grow, because it's almost growing season, right? Right now we're in the melt, and it's going to be beautiful. Bye guys.